Alright, so I've been wanting to do this video for a long time now, and I think with Far Harbor, it's now a pretty good time to do it. One of my biggest complaints against Fallout 4 was with the perks, and this is the perk menu, or whatever you want to call it, and as you can see, it's obnoxious. There are, God knows how many. It doesn't even matter how many there are. Because, for example here, there are 4 levels to this perk. Okay? And then there's 3 to this, and then there's 4 to this, and 4 to this, and 3 to this, and 4 to this, and 4 to this. And it's like, okay, that's too many. There are 200 something perks. It's a little ridiculous, and I think if you actually changed it to a system where each choice was meaningful and worth it, it would be much more interesting and fun and not be a slog to determine what the hell I'm leveling up each time I have a perk. You can tell I have a point to spend right now. I have no clue. I have to look through everything, the whole thing. Now, one issue so this is basically how I would change the perk system into something more interesting and fun for the player. So firstly, I would change these right here. There's no real fun reason to waste a point, air quotes, waste a point on this, on leveling up your special stats. So right off the bat, in my new system here, you can no longer do this. If you want to get your special to 10, maybe there's a bobblehead. Maybe there's, if your strength is at 8, you need to collect 2 bobbleheads. God damn it. 2 bobbleheads to get it up to 10. Maybe you just need to collect 1. So even if I have 3 in agility, if I found a agility bobblehead, maybe that makes it 10. Maybe that's how special bobbleheads are. Now bobbleheads, not a thing. So maybe that's just an idea. Now the other big change I would like to make to the system is to bring back level 50 as a cap. Simply so that you can only have 50 perks in the game. Because there's far too many. Look at this. 5 of these for Iron Fist. Not to mention, I'll get to that in a second. So that's too many. So we're going to lessen these, and we're also going to change this to 3 levels. Each of these perks is now going to have 2 to 3. Okay? Instead of 6 or 5 or whoever many, 2 to 3, maybe even 1. Now the big change right off the bat I want to make is to these things like this. So I'm not a melee character, so these aren't leveled up. This is a perk for simply leveling up how good your punching is. That's really okay, whatever. This is one for melee weapons. This is one for rifles. This is one for automatic weapons. This is one for pistols. Well, down here, we got one for heavy guns. And over here somewhere, who the fuck knows, there's one for explosives. And here's one for science. All right, that's not the thing. The point is, that's too many. It's too many, and it's also confusing. Attacks with non-automatic rifles. So like a shotgun? Okay, but non-automatic rifles. Well, what makes them any different than an automatic rifle? And how is a non-automatic rifle? That sounds an awful lot like a pistol to me, which is what this is for. So the big change here is we're going to unify all of these into melee. So melee damage and punching damage, that's one perk now. Combine all that together. Then we're going to have ammunition-based weaponry. So it doesn't matter if it's a rifle, it doesn't matter if it's a pistol, it's a shotgun. Ammunition-based weaponry will be the next class. Then there's things like explosives, which will include missiles and mines and grenades and Molotovs and all that stuff. So explosives. And the final one will be energy weapons, because I think there should be a degree of science and knowledge in energy weapons that differentiate them from ammunition-based weaponry. So that's 4 separate groups instead of all over the place. You might not know, is that an automatic rifle? I don't know. How is that not a pistol? I'm not sure where we're getting a distinction here. So by changing that entirely, you can eliminate a lot of confusion. Now, with the new melee / punching perk, we got to do something right off the bat. If you look at here, it's 40% or 20%, 40%, 60% chance to cripple a limb, increased chance to cripple a limb, criticals and bats will paralyze your opponent. Alright, we're changing this to 3, and I'm doing all this on the fly, by the way, so if it's rambling, incoherent, it probably would have been that way even if I didn't do it on the fly. We're changing these to 3. To 3, a perk. The perk has 3 levels now instead of 5, because 5 is stupid and too many. And because this is melee, we're combining these 2 things together. So this has a chance to disarm, and this one has a chance to cripple. Level 1 of this, the new perk, let's say 30% more damage, and a chance to disarm, or a chance, what was it, to cripple. The next level, even more chance to cripple. Now you're doing 80% more damage. We gotta ramp it up. The key here is to have perks that give meaningful change. Going from 30% a damage boost to 80% damage boost is significant and noticeable, and is something in the new system where there's only 50 perks. You want to start picking things that you really want. So then max level at 3 is, let's say, 150 damage, 150%, or well, this goes up to, well, double damage, and then you do percentages and then you do double damage. That negates your entire percent, because double damage is 100% more damage. I'm saying 150 more damage, criticals, paralyze, and you can cripple and grand slam their heads. That's fine, all and good. Combine these together, make them into 3, make everything do more damage. Perfect. Armorer. Armor. Gain access to rank 2 armor mods. This is probably something that should be done via an entirely separate system. Maybe have one armorer perk, and you pick it and it unlocks the armorer weapon bench or whatever the fuck. And then when you go to that, by doing more armoring, you level that up. So this whole rank 2, rank 3, rank 4, you would earn by building armor. Go figure, instead of picking a perk for it. So this right here, non-existent. This is changed from 4 levels to 1. The one level meaning you can now level up your armor ranking by making armor. You couldn't before, now you can. Merry Christmas. That's how you change that. Similar things happen to blacksmithing and all the crafting. One perk to unlock the ability to use the workbench attributed with that crafting whatever, and then you rank up that crafting level at the workbench. You do not level. Why does this have 3 and why does this have 4? Who cares? It's all too many perks. Get them out of here. They're cluttering up the system. Heavy gunner. Back to what I said earlier with the ammunition. These are so simple and the same anyway. See, hip firing, crippling a limb. This one has crippling a limb, this one has hip firing. This follows the same thing as the melee damage as I was talking about earlier. How is this video already 9 minutes? Anyway, this is 3 levels now, 30, 80, 150. Better as it grows up, better accuracy with firing from the hip, a higher chance to stagger, all things like that, but only in 3 perk levels and for all ammunition-based weaponry. Strong back. Now this is something that's very important in Fallout because you're going to be picking up a lot of garbage. Now, plus 25, I think that's a fair starting out one. But see, there's 5 here, and it's a bunch of garbage. When over-encumbered running costs 50% less, no. When over recovery, you can fast travel. That should be at level 2. Okay. You can use action points to run. That should be at level 2 as well. So this should basically be level 1, you gain 25. Level 2, you don't gain 50, because this isn't 50. This isn't a true 50. This is, you had 25, here's 25 more. What I'm saying is now plus 75, and you can run with action points, and you can fast travel. The next one is plus 150. A total 150 to your encumbrance. That's awesome. That's noticeable change to the system. That's something you want as a player. You want an actual strong back, not 50. Plus 50, I can't carry 16 bags of cement. Are you kidding me? I need to carry those 16 bags of cement. Steady aim. Hip firing actually with any gun. Now this already kind of done. This is completely gone. This is completely gone and integrated entirely into these perks based on weapon in specific, and based on a specific weapon class. Gun bashing, so melee damage. Oh, melee damage. Oh, what did you, Bethesda, did you make a perk that just kind of is this perk? But you decided to make 3 perks for the same fucking thing? Okay. This is incorporated right back in to the melee damage perk now. There's no reason this is different. If you want to do more melee damage with a gun, hitting people with a gun, that is exactly what that other skill is for. This is gone. Your part tree when standing still, plus 25 damage resistance. This is interesting. This can basically stay the same. This can stay the same. I have no problem with this. I think it's a little goofy, but maybe to particular players it's useful. Sure. Why not? I don't know who's standing still playing this game. I'll leave that. I have no qualms right now. All aboard the pain train while wearing power armor. Sprinting into enemies hurts and staggers them. Fine. No. No. We're changing this to 2 levels. To minor damage, major damage. Done. We don't need 3 levels of pain train. Alright. God, this video is going to be 6 hours long. We gotta pick it up. I gotta pick it up. Pickpocket. Speaking of picking. Pickpocket's 25% easier. 50%. 75%. 100%. You can steal equipped items. This changes to 3 levels at 30. Basically 30, 60, 100. And at this level you can put a grenade in there if that's what you want to do. And now you can steal anything they've equipped at the last level. Change it to 3. You don't need 4 for pickpocketing. I'd actually like to change it to 2, but I don't know. Maybe that makes it a little too crazy. I'd love to change it to 2. You don't need 4 of these. This again, that's covered in ammunition-based weaponry. Awareness, to defeat your enemies, you know their weaknesses. This is one of the very rare. There's 1 perk for here. There's no perk levels or ranks. Perfect. This is fine. Done and done. Your bobby pins never break. Okay, locksmith. This again is interesting. I think this should be. This is tough. This is tough because didn't they add master into Fallout 4? What, it wasn't just expert was the max before. All right, so I think you should be able to pick locks obviously from the start, and you are, but you have to unlock advanced. So I think yes, unlock advanced. Expert and master, I feel like just make that have a higher level requirement and combine that into one thing. And then the third one be they never break. I'm trying to cut off some of these perks because again, if you're only going to have 50 perk points to spend throughout the entire game, you're going to need to have tougher choices. And you're going to have to eliminate some of these choices because it's too goddamn many. Demolition expert, this is what I was talking about. There's too many. There's too many things. This is already combined. This is in a new explosion system. Again, 30% increase, 80%, 150%. increase, 3 levels. And that includes all heavy weaponry, missiles, etc. Just like this does. That one least changed. Night person. Come on, make this down into 2. First level is +2 intelligence and perception. The next level is +3 intelligence and perception and the extra health. Basically just adding in the extra health into the second level. Refractor. Energy resistance. Why are there 5 of these? Why are there 5 of these? Change this to 3. +20, +40, +60. Yeah. Done. Done. Change it to 3. Get rid of all this garbage. It's all about focus. Sniper. Alright, this is interesting and I think should stay. So, knocking down your target. No, I think change this to 2. The first one is about improved control and holding your breath. And the second one, who gives a shit about knocking them down? That's a completely different thing. The second level of this would be a 20% accuracy to VATS. That's fine. Again, from 3 to 2. That are blocked by cover with it. This is kind of dumb. When is this ever going to come? Okay, since this is so high, this is a level 9 of that skill, or of that special stat, I'm going to say this just changes to 1. And now it doesn't matter what you're targeting on an enemy. If it's blocked by anything, there's no decrease in accuracy. It does not matter at all. That's it. You change this 2 to 1. Boom. Moving on. Same body part gains +10 accuracy, +15% accuracy. This changes this from 3 to 2. Now it's +10 first level. The next level is +20, and the additional 20% damage of basically what I just did here is get rid of the level 2 and just have level 1 and level 3. That's what all these perks need. They just need to be shortened up. This toughness garbage. Why are there 5 of these? No. +20, +40, +60. Done. 5 to 3. Lead belly. Now this is a very useful thing because of so much goddamn radiation. So basically change this to 2, make the final level of this much higher, or leave it where it is, get rid of the middle one. Again, get rid of the middle gun, less radiation, and then no radiation. Done. 3 to 2. Life giver. This is so goddamn low. So 60, and you slowly regain health? No. We're changing this to 2. It's plus 30. Let's do that. Plus 30, plus 80, and you regen at level 2. So level 1's plus 30, level 2's plus 80. Instead of being a max of plus 60. It seems low. Cam resistant. I don't know who the fuck is doing this. Maybe make this higher instead of being a level 4 on your special. Make that a little higher and just give it 1. Just give it 1 and say you can't be addicted to chemicals. From 2 to 1. Done. Aqua girl or aqua boy, depending on who your character is. No radiation damage from swimming. Can breathe underwater. Perfect. Totally undetectable while submerged. Perfect. This is a great perk. Leave that the way it is. Instant grenade for 10. Again, what is this? There's 4 levels here. All right, plus 30, plus 60. Done. That's it. From 4 to 2. We don't need this many. Is the point coming across yet? Is anyone watching this? No one. Limit damage by 30, by 60, completely limited. That can stay the same, but that's definitely on the chopping block if I was actually doing this and modding the game or something. You can eat corpses to restore health. Change this from 3 to 2 and make it any corpse restores your health at the first level. At the second level, everything restores more health. That's it. That's it. Sure, you're still human on the outside. Radiation now regenerates your lost health. Perfect. This becomes from 3 to 2. Radiation heals you, level 1. Level 2, basically becomes this. Some feral ghouls will become friendly. That's it. Don't need all this garbage. Solar power. This is basically the inverse of the night. So see what I said there. Basically remove the middle one. And go there. Cap clear. Buying and selling is better. I don't know why you want to invest and have their buying capacity. Change this from 3 to 2. Again, eliminate the middle one. Look at this shitty, oh, men suffer 5% damage increase. Oh, that's so noticeable. That is beyond negligible. Okay, so we'll change this again from 3 to 2, but now we're changing it. Level 1 is 10% increased damage. Level 2 is 20% increased damage. And with level 2, you get a much increased way to persuade people of the opposite gender. Lone Wanderer. Why is there 4 here? Why are there 4? Okay, less damage. Carry weight increases by 50. That's great. That's fine. No. Get rid of these last 2 and combine them into the second level. And just put it up where you have to be like level 40 or something to get it. That's it. From 4 to 2. We're eliminating all of these perks. Tech dog, your faithful canine. Canine? Not a word. That sounds like garbage. When your dog holds an enemy, there's a potential to cripple the limb is biting. When your dog, why is there dog specific perks? That's only one companion of many. Of many. No, change this entirely to companion-based perks, so your companions do better. In the same way this is your loneliness perk, this is your friendliness perk. Make it be 2 levels, and just give them an increased chance to cripple, or whatever. I really don't care. This does not need to be just for dogs. Why is it just for the dog? With your gun, aim at any animal below your level, a chance to pacify it. I say get rid of this 3. Giving things commands in Fallout is just not really worth your time. Even when they're your actual companion. So just change this, just to have these 2 levels. That's fine. Local leader. That's perfect. Leave that the way it is. 2 perks. You see what I'm saying? I have very little problem with these 2 and 3s. You have no chance to get addicted to alcohol. You know what that should be grouped in with? The chem resistant one from earlier. Yeah, the chem existed earlier. I mean, if you want to have, okay, the effects for this, the first effect of these 2, right? Or this one right here, that's looped in with the chem resistant one from earlier for all the drugs and buff out and all that. Then there's one perk that's just you're more lucky with alcohol and the effects are greater. That's one perk now. New companions does more damage in combat. See, you see how familiar I am with all these skills because there's so goddamn many of them. Yeah, okay, so exactly what I said for here, or for here, that's this perk. So get rid of what I said earlier and just leave this shit. Perfect. Oh, what is this? This is the exact same thing. Where the fuck did I just read this? Animal Friend or Wasteland Whisperer. Okay. Combine this down into one perk that gets added on to the end of this one. So now it have 2 levels, and at the final level, it works with anyone, any creature, whatever a wasteland creature is. Combine it together. Combine those 2. And then here you go, perfect. And then another one, that'll be one of the few that has 4. The first 2 are basically about animals, this right here. First 2 are about animals. The third one is about even crazier animals that you can do the same thing, pacify the same thing, and make them work for you. And then the final level is about anyone. Intimidate anyone to work for you if they're under your level. Done. We don't need 600 perks because this screen, does this screen look inviting to you? Because it looks like a giant mess to me. Vans. Sure, keep this if you really want it. That's it. 40%, 60%, 80%, 100%. Let's do 30, 60, 100. Basically a third, 2/3, a whole. Change this from 4 to 3. Gun nut. Again, what I said earlier about the crafting, this is now 1. From 4 to 1, you unlock it. Now you can use the weapon bench. You get better ranks by building and messing with guns. Hacker. Same thing as the lockpicking. That's over here. Scrapper. Change this to 2. Change this to 2. You get more from salvaging. Nah, I don't really know. Nah. Get rid of that entirely. The other 2 are fine. Science. Oh, I forget how the science works. This is something you can rank up as well by doing science. Same with chemistry. Any chems you take, this is... Where was that chem resistant one? You know, there's so many fucking perks here. No, change this to 3. 50, 120, 200%. Also, notice the inconsistency here too, because like on some of these things it'll say you do double damage, and then other things it says 200%. But the double damage is 100%, but 200%, it's inconsistent. That's all I'm saying. Hacker robot. Perfect, change that to 2, hacker robot, and then inside it to attack. That's all it needs to be. Okay, change this to basically 1. Yeah, change this to 1, and now it's just radiation. Weapons do more damage. Fusion cores last longer. That's it. These are all these things say the same thing. Just make it into 1 perk. This is already a level 9 of intelligence. This should be changed to 2 levels, from 3 to 2. Make everything, the first level is 30%, and the next level is 60%. You're down to 20% health. You're not doing very hot anyway. You need more than 20%. So I'll change that to from 4 to 2. Oh my god, there's so fucking many of these. I wanted this video to be like 15 minutes at max. Alright. I've already discussed that. I've already discussed that. Sneaking around. Why are there 5 of these? Alright, change this to 3. Change this to 3 with 20, 40, 60. Again, that's my patented 20, 40, 60. And this last perk gets added in with the 3rd level. Can instantly kill a sleeping person. Silence weapon, do an additional 30% sneak attack damage. Nah, change this to 2 and make it be 2550 for the values. Change this to 2 and make it 30 and 75. Done. When you're sprinting. Okay, change this to 2 as well, and add in this one into level 2. More sneaking. I'm not a sneaking character because none of these things are. I'm like, you can do this? I forgot. Jesus Christ. Okay, so let's change this to 2 and keep the damage values from the first one and the last one. You reload guns faster. Perfect. This is perfect. Melee distance is significantly increased. Sure. For that character, that's probably fine. Those can stay too. Do 25% more damage to your second that's target and beyond. This is basically never going to happen. Never, ever going to happen. You could try, but I don't think that's ever a thing. Change this to 2 and just combine it together some way. A 4th target, I don't think I've ever... I mean, I've targeted a 4th target, but it's like when there's 6 dogs running at you and you can kill them all in one hit. This is really not applicable in a lot of situations, at least for how I play the game. So I don't have much to give with that one. Change this to 3, get rid of one of these in the middle. Change this to 3 and get rid of one of these in the middle. Bloody mess. Change this to 3, get rid of one in the middle. Change it to +5 and then +15 and then 20. The third level would be +20. Mysterious Stranger. Change that to 2, get rid of the third one. No, I think get rid of... I think just leave this as 1. Leave this as the first level. Because in the system I'm quote-unquote making, where there's only 50 levels, I don't want to make you level up too quickly. 3 times XP from a random action, that's fine. All this other shit, no, I don't, no. Just leave it as 1. Better criticals. This is really good. I think change this from 3 to 2. The first one should be, that's 100%. The first level, that's 100% right there, the second one. And then, so yeah, 2, first level is double damage. The next level is triple damage for criticals. Critical Banker. Why are there 4 of these? Oh, because you can save 4. No, you can now save a max of 3, and we're moving this down to 3. Perfect, I like that. That's a good perk. Change that down to 2. And keep the stats from the first and the third one. Alright, that's 4 for that. For fuck's sakes, change it to 2. An enemy's range attack will suddenly ricochet back and instantly kill them. No, get rid of the third one. Leave these first 2, but get rid of the third one. There's a lot of shit with this critical meter. Get rid of the third one. That's it. Oh my god. The longest fucking 30 minutes of my life. So, yeah, I don't like the perk system. It is a giant mess. I do think by lessening the ranks on all these, it would be a more interesting system by increasing damage values in a lot of cases, which you should have noticed if anyone watched this entire thing, would greatly, greatly improve the choices. By also making it you only have 50 perks, it really does make you have to think. If all these were only 2 or 3 levels, and you only have 50 perks, you're gonna have to start thinking. There should probably be a better way to display this. There's no way to really know. I have to look at every single one to determine what they are. That's obnoxious. There's the chemical resistant one. A lot of these can be combined, as I said. make it all work, Bethesda. I think this would be a big improvement. Sorry this is so long. I should have apologized at the start. I didn't know.